Is he blonde? Hello, darlings, and welcome to Performance Perspective, where we watch different performances and then share our perspectives. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kara Darling, and if you're not, I cannot wait to talk about these wicked photos. Let's get right into it because I'm getting excited, but I'm also nervous about this movie. I mean, you know why I love costumes in shows? It's because if done correctly, it can give clues about the character. First, looking at Michelle Yeoh, she's stunning, and I'm looking forward to her voice as Madame Morble. I believe for this role, you don't have to be a great singer. The music is more like a conversation, so when she sings, she's actually speaking to Glinda and Elphaba, or the people. Great cast choice because she seems trustworthy, wise, and comforting. When comparing her look to what Broadway does, it's a great choice because they might be playing with she seems harmless. Hence, they're using more of her natural beauty versus on Broadway, she's more overdone, similar to Elizabeth Banks' character in Hunger Games. Because of this change, I can understand why Elphaba and Glinda would see her as aspirational. This also plays into the thought of don't judge people for how they look, but by their character. And with that said, Michelle's hair is gorgeous and her costume has me wondering so many things. For one, it's green and gold, and it definitely gives me a connection to the Emerald City. The way it looks at first, I thought it was the soldier's uniform, but it's almost as if she's a decorated hero. Knowing her connections with the wizard, her dress is definitely telling a story, showing us she's on his team, but better. Think as if the wizard is a bride and he has his bridesmaids, but Madame Morble is the maid of honor. So even though they match and are cohesive, you can tell she's a bit more special. Now, looking at Cynthia Erivo and her stunt double, it's exciting to know it's happening, right? Unfortunately, I don't find myself getting excited about what Elphaba is wearing because I'm more excited to see her green. Usually when you wear black, it's not eye-catching unless there's a cool design or a silhouette, and that's if you can even see it. However, something I didn't think about is the texture. Seeing that leather-like trench coat is going to be really cool when the light reflects on it, especially when she's flying. Overall, she looks great. Now, Fiyero! Okay, is it just me or is he a little blonde? Sandy-ish, if you may. I'm for this, and it's giving me 1990s leading male in the boy band. I mean, he's wearing the Oz soldier uniform, which I'm glad they stuck to the musical interpretation. The Wizard of Oz uniforms were a bit more fuzzy. Also, did you know that the wizard played different roles? The obvious is Professor Marvel, but he's also the sassy door guy, the chauffeur with a horse that changes colors, and the wizard's guard. But last but not least, Glinda's dress. Now this is what I'm talking about. Last time I did a video called A Glimpse of Glinda, I recommend watching that because I said that she needed gloves or something with that pink dress. But with this lilac blue dress, the way they used a transparent sleeve to the hands is a great touch. I still don't care for the size of the crown, and it's official. Glinda's wand is an oversized fluffy pen, and I didn't know how I feel about that. I still don't know how I feel about that. Let's see, the over-the-top shoulder sleeves is fun, and depending on the writing, it might be funny seeing Fiyero have a hard time with her smacking him every time she turns. It's a great subtle way to show the disconnect between them, especially if it's hard to be close to her. Like literally with that ball gown, tuss. Okay, since the three of them are together, my guess is that the scene is thank goodness, but wouldn't that be in the second film? Okay, maybe they're filming it like The Lord of the Rings, where they filmed all three movies all at once within that year and then allowed the editing team to work on it. So the shots were cohesive. But okay, comparing Glinda's costume on Broadway, it was more tailored and like a press release. This is also when she was introduced as wearing blue and never goes back to pink. With that said, I want to share a costume conspiracy that I have. I wonder if Glinda has a journey with her colors, because we know she ends in that pink dress. So I wonder if when Glinda is younger, her color is pink and she is most herself when wearing pink. Elphaba knows her as wearing pink. Then as they become closer, outfits may reflect more of her wearing pink with green accents. And then once they divide and Glinda is pushed to be a part of the Wizards team, she loses herself, so she goes blue. Now the dress is blue and purple, and whenever costumes have that lavender color, it represents falling in love or already in love. Given that this is the scene that the engagement is announced between Fiyero and Glinda, it would make sense to me that her dress reflects she's in love, but she's lost herself. Then when Glinda starts standing up for herself, she brings her signature color back because she's listening to her voice versus the wizard and Madame Marbles. I know that's my costume conspiracy, but we have to wait and see. Anyways, I'd love to know your thoughts, because seeing these snippets is bringing me back to when Wicked, the musical, came out, and being on the West Coast, I was trying to make sense of what it was all about and just listening to the music over and over. But anyways, that's it for today's episode. And what do you think of the look so far? What was it about Wicked that you fell in love with? And without further ado, take care, darling.